I was just 19 years old in 1962 when I graduated from 202 School in San Angelo, Texas. I was sent over to Karamursel Air Station in western Turkey and got there 2 or 3 weeks before the blockade of Cuba. The times were very, very tense, and we were all restricted to base. So it took a few months before I was allowed to get off base and see what Turkey had to offer. I know the quality of these photos is poor. They're very old, of course, and I didn't know much about photography. That was my barracks, 512. I was right across the street from the Airmen's Club. I walked up those steps one time and walked into the door, and a guy coming toward me smiling. I had gone all the way through high school with him. It was strange seeing him over there. We didn't have the tidiest room, but somehow we did manage to get through the occasional inspections. All four of us had a roadmap of our home state. One roommate was from Michigan, one was from Ohio, I was from New Jersey. That was everything I owned. I spent both Christmas of 1962 and 1963 living in that room. That was our pride and joy. Not too many people in those days had a large stereo. We had an earthquake while I was there, and those cracks appeared. That was the Airmen's Club on the right, taken from my barracks. I had a lot of first class entertainment traveling through Europe, and we were able to watch a lot of shows there. And, of course, get drunk there a lot. That's the BOQ on the right. And the antenna field. And there's operations. I was an analyst assigned to dogflight. Dogflight had a mascot, and that was a dog named Snoopy. I don't think I ever saw Snoopy sober. Everybody fed him beer, and he was a very, very friendly dog. Unfortunately, the air police were told to go out and check for wild dogs coming down from the mountains. They were a threat to people on base, and they saw Snoopy and shot and killed him. And there for a while things were really tense between dogflight and the air police. Guys on my flight would call up the base radio station and request the theme from Peter Gunn to be played and dedicated to the air police. And the air police would then call up the radio station and request Brenda Lee's "I'm Sorry" to be dedicated to dogflight. That went on for a while, but finally the base commander put a stop to it. I broke my leg trying to ski on Uladog. That's me coming out of the mailroom. And of course, there's the chow hall. And right across the street from the chow hall was the movie theater. There was everything on base that you could want. I think the dependent school was just primary school. I think the high school students went to Ankara. there's the Aphex, the big building there on the left. And as part of that complex was the Class 6 store. There was a newsstand and also a little snack bar. The gym where we had to do the 5BX. It didn't snow often, but it did in February of '63, enough that we could build an igloo outside of 512. There were a lot of Turkish workers on base. Generally, they worked in the barracks and maintained the buildings on base. And when they took a break, they took soccer breaks. And there were several who were taxi drivers who stayed outside of the base by the main gate waiting for a fare into Yalova.